It helps if you see the thing. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. When you actually what I'll do is I'll turn the van off. So when you come into the van, this is what you get. You get this wee display, and it's all sorts going on. We want to turn this on, so you got on, off. They are also plus and minus. So we want on. Now what this shows is it shows a house with a thermometer, and it shows a temperature of 15.5. What that means is the room temperature is 15.5 degrees in here right now. You go across, so you got a top row, and that's what we'll just go across. So top row, this is the temperature you want. This is the indoor temperature you want.
It's a bit high, but you could move that down.
Yep. So you can move that down.
21 is the proper temperature. Temperature.
Yep. So there you go, 21 degrees. So that now what it will do is it will heat to 21 degrees, and it will maintain the room temperature at 21 degrees. What was it? It was 15.5. If it was stinking hot and you just want hot water on, because this controls both.
Okay.
But you don't play with the hot water. You turn this on, hot water goes on.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't choose any temperature for the hot water. It just turns on. So if you wanted just hot water and no room heating, you'd set it below the room temperature. So that will now turn off.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but we want to have it nice and toasty because it's cold outside. So 21 degrees, and that's cool. So that's set, and then if we go back, we can say it's 15.5. We've got it going to
21.
21, yeah. Now the next one across is a wee tap. You see it flashing there? What that is this is the only plain water you get, and all it is a 30-minute rapid heating boost, if you like. So for example's sake, you've just had a shower, and someone else wants to have a shower straight after to be a pain in the house, whatever. What you can turn that on, and it will heat rapidly for 30 minutes to give you like a top up, if you like. So instead of
Does this run off gas or electric?
Both.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's it running off at the moment? The power?
It's running off power at the moment. Yeah. Don't want to take all your gas away. And then so the next one is gas. The wee flame, that is gas. So that is whether you're heating your room and hot water on gas or not. So I've got this set to off. You can turn it on. That's fine. You can run it on both if you really wanted to, but it's a waste of one source of power, so we won't. Now the next one there, the wee box, it's got number 2 in it. We'll turn that off so I can show you how this works. This box relates to right at the end there's a wee picture of a plug, which relates to this. So with that off, this has, it's like isolation. So this is isolated off 240 volt. So now the only way I can turn this to 2, it's not going to work because it's not there. If I turn this on, it will work. It might show 2, but it's not going to heat. Does that make sense?
No.
And that's the heating inside? Sorry, the heating...
Both, because it still does both.
Okay.
It is complicated.
So what setting...
Just that bit there I don't get. Repeat that, please.
Okay, so...
In a different way.
Okay, so this here is your 240 volt isolation switch. So at the moment, this panel...
240 volt meaning it's running off the mains as opposed to the battery, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. This will run off either mains or battery. Sorry, mains or gas, no battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with that off, then you would use only the gas function.
Okay.
Yeah. But with that on, so that's only going to go orange if you plugged into the power side.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can use that wee box and you can run through the numbers there, 1, 2, 3. No, 2. Right, that's that one. No, it's only 1, 2. Right, there you go. And what the numbers refer to, 1 and 2, are kilowatts. So they're outputs.
Yeah.
So we've plugged into power here. And if you're at any point in time, if you are at a powered site, always take advantage of power because you're paying for it anyway.
Exactly.
And if you're heating, put it on as high a setting as you can because again, you're paying for it. So.
But that's what.
But that it needs to be on for you to heat your room and hot water with mains power. Yeah.
But my question to you, Gareth, it's once you connect the power mains onto the caravan,
yes,
automatically starts going through the power mains.
No.
Or do we have...
No, you have to select it. So that's why you have the option of the wee box here and gas.
Off.
Okay, so off. It's off mains.
No,
no. Gas means no gas. Off. It's switched off right now.
Yeah.
So it's automatically going through the power mains. If it was switched on, and you happen to come unhooked, it'll just automatically switch to gas. So it's maintaining that room temperature, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I've got it now. I didn't get it the first time.
Yeah, it's not the easiest of systems, but it is a very accurate and a very efficient system.
Yeah, but I think we'll look at that.
So basically I'll go on,
Yep. So then that it now turns. Oh, actually, I'll do it this way. If I'll just reset the panel. Right. Okay, I'll turn that off. I'll say to you.
I'll just arrive at. Yeah.
I'll just say you need to set the case. Do this. Set the room temperature to 21.
Oh, I feel like we're in a test. Can I do it?
You do it. Now. Yeah. Set the room temperature to 20 degrees and run it on gas.
So that's the current temperature.
Yep.
So we go this. We want 21 degrees, which is already set at, because that's the temperature we want.
Yep.
So then we'll go to the gas, and you actually switch that on.
Yep. You've almost got it.
But
the only
you
other
need
thing
to
you need to do.
Where you go on?
Is turn that on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
And then you're away, and then you can just dim the panel.
Yeah, I think I've got that.
So that is now.
That's the mains.
Okay.
Yeah.
The said gas.
That's going to be your job.
I hope that makes sense.
It's alright. You can go to the toilet. I'll do the electric.
Yeah. The main thing is.
What's this?
Let him finish that one first. Let him finish that one first, darling. Otherwise, we'll get too complicated.
Right.
I've got that now, though.
Well, that's the next part anyway. What I was going to say is that, as I said before, your water you get no play in. You know, once this is on, your water's on. That's it. Now, keep in mind, the water will heat on gas and power just as normal, but it heats to 70 degrees, which is hot.
It's quite hot, yeah.
It is quite hot, but the idea behind that is it's going to give you more mix, and they're all mixer taps. So you're right.
Okay.
Is to something to be mindful of if there are wee kids and stuff around, of course. But yeah. So now I had to get my head around this yesterday, so bear with me. What you need to do, probably first and foremost, before anything else, is run all the taps. And the whole idea behind running all the taps is purging the air out. So there's a wee, I mean, that's not a great deal, but there's a wee bit. That's pretty good, pretty consistent. Yep. Oh, that's hot. You see it?
Ooh, oh yeah. Not really. Oh, but the water sits in here, right?
Okay.
It won't. It could be.
Oh, it's going down now. Yeah, it's going down now.
Do you want me to leave the shower on?
No, they can close off. Yeah.
This one too?
Yep, as long as they're not going to start a slight splatter.
You just shake.
There you go. Cool. Right, so that's number one. Now, actually, I'm going to grab the book because I did get a little bit confused. What works is this here, this whole thing here, this is water. This is only for water. So this one here turns the pumps on. It turns the water system on, if you like. So it's on. You'll hear rumbles and that sort of thing, and that's perfectly normal. It's what it's designed to do. Now how this works, and I'll go over this a couple of times too, because it is just something to get your head around. It's a 3-position switch, so it's 1, 0, and 2. So, and you've got int and ext, internal, external. Now the way this works is external. If you go to external,
yeah,
you may want to write this down, or I'll leave the page open because I like to leave the page open.
We're recording it too.
Oh, you're recording it, right? External. What that does is it fills the onboard tank from the external water source.
Yeah.
So that will take 50 litres from there, and it will take 45 litres out of the 50 litres inside.
Yeah.
And it has a float valve, so once it's reached its point and the float's right up, it's going to cut off, and that's it. Then, so that's one position, so that's if you want to fill from outside. That's what you want to do before you go away, because then you're carrying as much water as possible.
Yeah.
The upper position, internal, is self-explanatory. Internal is to draw water from the internal water source.
Into the taps.
Yeah, to the taps, yeah. Now the middle switch is to run direct from external water source. If that makes sense. So what it's doing is it's bypassing the onboard tank. It's going from the outside barrel straight inside.
Yeah. Which, if you want to leave your tanks full for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're at a township or something, so you want to use that, so you can fill that up easy enough, and you don't have to worry about running through and I don't know. Okay. There'll be an occasion where that does make sense.
I suppose if you're living permanently, you've got your hose connected outside.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So I'll go through that again. Now the thing is, you're going to hear the way that these are designed is pressure. It's a pressure system. So what happens is if you open the tap and then close the tap, and then close it again. Can you hear the rumble?
Yeah,
all the way.
that's
Yep.
the pump. Building again. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's building the pressure up again.
Yeah.
And that is just the way they work.
I think I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
So yeah, I'll run through it again. External, so if I select external,
Yep.
you do have a pump run light as well, so if you know what's going on. So external, what it's doing is taking water from the outside
From the grey tanks directly to the feed
to
taps.
the inside.
Yeah.
And stops once it's full.
No.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So even if you leave it like that,
Yeah. True.
when it's full,
Sorry, yeah.
when the internal one is
I was
full,
getting
it just stops.
I was just getting confused with the 0.
So that's taken from outside inside. Internal is taken from inside to the taps, and the middle position is taken direct from outside
To the tap.
to the tap.
Yeah.
And if you want the pumps off, which is something you would do along with the panel, along with the master switch when you leave, as you want to turn this off, you want to turn this off, which is 1s and 0s, on and off. Turn that off, and then you turn your master off, lock the door, and away you go.
And this one as well.
And that one,
But the master will switch it all off anyway, won't it?
Okay.
It won't turn off that one, I don't think.
Let's see.
No, keep that one going.
What's that?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
It's like having a kid, isn't it? What's that?
These two buttons here, what they tell you are voltage and water level. So voltage will be 11 point something, 11.8, 11.7. That's cool. And the other one there is going to tell you percentage of water in the tank, which will be however much we've just put in, 20. Which is an estimate. These are not as accurate as we would like, but they are,
We're talking the internal tank.
Yes, yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Now, yeah, cool. You can turn that off. That there, what you're going to pick at is a fuse.
Okay.
So if
English fuse, isn't it? They're different.
they're like a tube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
English
They
fuse.
are. You can get them here.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So look
What's
at that.
that?
We're already climbing up. To,
Splashing at me.
What's that?
we're already climbing up to 17 degrees. So. I mean, you can, like, when it comes to these, like, I'm impatient, I look at this and go, shit, it's not working. Even though it says it's working, it's not working. And what you can do, and I find if you go in the toilet and put your hands on the wee vent there, you'll know it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they take a while, it's like radiators, they take a while to heat up, but once they're hot,
But
Yeah.
remember
you're
also, that,
away.
Catherine, we have the door open, so any heat that's
That's
coming
right,
in here,
too.
it's going through the door. So that's the thing.
Dun, 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 the flashy button.
Where to put the keys?
Oh, not again.
Where to put the keys?
Get it.
Put it on the table, are they?
Yep.
Yeah. I need
Am I
that.
your key
I need
finder
it.
today?
I need that. No, they're not on there, that's right. So you have one right there, which is
Yep.
your sensor. So if somebody enters while you're not home and the alarm says it's going to scream at them, which you push. I don't do it because I don't know if one is on or two is off or what. I don't do it.
You don't do.
I don't push the button because I don't know if it's on or off.
So you know this is flashing.
That flashes all the time though, even though the
Yeah.
lamp's on or off.
Yeah, so I would
How do you
assume
know?
it's-
How do you put it on?
You push the button.
And what's that for though?
That is if your batteries go flat, you push it in there and it disarms the van as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. But the cool thing is, you do have the entry alarm, so you've got that one above your head. The other thing you've got on these is you have a level sensor or a tilt sensor. So what happens is if
Someone tries to
someone-
hook
tries
the
to, if they try to hook it onto a car or if they try to wind up one of the legs, it puts it off level and it'll start screaming at them. Trust me, I've fallen for it far too many times. Yeah, it's always these guys that do it too. They do probably the best alarm system.
and it's quite a loud.
Oh yeah, you know about it.